Hi, I'm glad to see you on my channel. Support the channel by giving likes, subscribing, and leaving comments. It's not hard for you, but for me it's motivation to create new videos. Enjoy watching. It's summer and I'm with my boyfriend and his brother. We decided to go to an amusement park. A cool breeze is blowing and the sun is pleasantly caressing us with its rays. Everything promises a great time. On the way, we talk about everything that comes to mind. By the way, my boyfriend's brother, whose name was Jack, was a very nice man, funny, full of jokes, and to say the least, quite attractive. He had a charming personality that easily attracted people and seemed to always know exactly what to say to make everyone laugh. His malleable nature made him fun to be with, and it was impossible not to smile when he was around. All three of us were excited for the fun rides and adventures we were about to experience. After a while, we arrived at the park, and the boys decided to start with the Ferris wheel. "I don't want to ride it. It's boring," I objected. "Come on, Emma, you've never been on one." My boyfriend insisted. "Yeah, give it a try. You'll see what an incredible feeling it is to see everything from a bird's eye view. It's a totally unique sight," Jack added. His enthusiasm was infectious, and I could see the excitement in his eyes as he talked about the views from the top. He seemed to really believe that the Ferris wheel was something special, and that made me change my mind. After some persuasion, I agreed after all. We walked over to the ticket booth and bought tickets for 3 people. Jack then said he needed something to eat right away, and after agreeing to meet us in line, headed for the nearest store. The line for the Ferris wheel moved quickly, and soon Jack was still nowhere to be seen. The line was moving faster than I expected, and I couldn't help but feel nervous that Jack wouldn't make it back in time. "What if he doesn't make it in time?" I asked. "Well, then he'll have to wait downstairs, but I think he'll make it in time," my boyfriend reassured me. He seemed so calm, and I tried to relax. After all, it was just a Ferris wheel ride. But still the thought of going up without Jack felt incomplete, like something was missing. When it was our turn to sit down, my boyfriend was still nowhere in sight. I wanted to move farther away and wait, but Jack appeared just in time, slightly out of breath, carrying a small bag in his hands. "Let's go," he said, and we climbed into the cabin as the mechanism began to slowly lift us up. I sat demurely huddled against the window, while Jack did the same on the opposite side. Nothing much seemed to be happening, just a beautiful view from the top. The Ferris wheel moved slowly, giving us time to admire the surroundings. The sun began to sink lower in the sky, casting a golden glow over the park. The view was breathtaking, and I felt a sense of calmness sweep over me as I gazed at the horizon. "Wow, it's really beautiful here," I said as I admired the scenery. The landscape stretched out below us, with the amusement park rides below and the cityscape behind them. The lights were starting to come on, and everything looked so magical from up high. Jack agreed, then added abruptly, "But you are especially beautiful in this setting." I turned and looked at Jack, feeling a little awkward, and he winked at me. It sounded romantic, and I couldn't help but smile. There was something about the way he said it that made me feel special, like he genuinely meant it. I blushed and looked away, trying to hide the smile, but I could feel my heart beating faster. It was a small moment, but it felt significant, like something had changed between us. Our booth was almost to the top when Jack suddenly rose from his seat, moved next to me, and wrapped his arms around me. Adrenaline rushed through me, and my heart raced. I tried to push him away, but his soft lips touching mine instantly made me relax, and I collapsed into the seat. The kiss was soft and gentle, and I could feel the warmth of his embrace. It was as if time had slowed down, and in that moment it was just the two of us, suspended high above the world. "Jack, what are you doing?" gasped I asked, pulling away. My voice was shaking, and I could barely get the words out. I was overwhelmed by the tension of the moment, and my emotions were running wild. "I make you happy," he replied, looking into my eyes. His gaze was intense, and I could see the sincerity in his expression. And then the rest happened, and he wasn't wrong. The rest of the trip passed like a blur. We stayed close, and there was an undeniable connection between us. I couldn't deny that Jack made me feel something I hadn't felt in a long time, something exciting and new. As the Ferris wheel slowly descended, I realized our relationship had changed, and I didn't know what that meant for the future. Did you enjoy this story? Support the channel with a like and subscribe for more stories.